2 huge men appeared to me, the like of which I had never seen on earth. Their faces were shining like the sun. Their eyes, too, were like a burning light. Then they took me up and carried me to the first heaven. And they fly with their wings and do the rounds of all the planets.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I want to talk to you about a question. It's came up in the media here in the Philippines. Do bloggers and vloggers have a responsibility to be fair and to consider both sides of an argument when they're discussing an issue? The simple answer is no. And I want to talk about this issue. There's a vlogger here on the screen. Don't know much about the girl. Evidently 5.3 million Filipinos know who she is, but I don't really follow her. Anyways, I guess she is a very well-known Filipino blogger. Kisses the butt of the president and sucks up to the president. Okay. Fine, whatever. Now, why do guys follow her? Well, I know why the guys probably follow her, because they probably think they want to dream of getting some. But I don't know. Besides that, she's basically is a communist. But anyways, she's vlogging, and yesterday she was before Senate. I believe it was Senate, not the House, and she was faced. And Bam Aquino, which is I think he's the first cousin of Pinoy, which is related to the Cojuangco regime. Yes, I said regime, because that's what they are. They resemble more of a mafia than they do anything else. Anyone who wants to argue that with me, Pinoy's grandfather betrayed the Philippines and sided with the Japanese. Just remember that. But anyways, Bam Aquino asked her a question, and this is in Tagalog, so I'm going to translate it the best I can. And it says, don't you need to consider all sides when you blog about the Liberal Party, yes or no? Okay. And her simple answer, as I understand it, is I'm a blogger, I'm not a journalist. Okay? And in other words, she says, I don't have to play by the same rules as, say, GMA TV does, or ABS-CBN does, or even Rappler does, or CNN does, or BBC does. My job is to present what I see, not to present news. Okay? I don't have to be fair and balanced. This is basically what she was saying. And then we get a response. And this is just something I want to bring back. And this is from just a vlogger at GMA that's involved in GMA News. Don't know much about the guy, because I just don't follow Filipino stuff. I'm not really that involved in the Filipino mindsets and Filipino thinking and the culture of the Philippines. It's just not my thing. Anyways, he says that she's not a journalist. She is a social media blogger and influencer like me. We are not obliged to get the other side for every post we make. That is because we don't post news. We post commentaries. And if you do not know the difference, then you have a big problem. And so, I was thinking about that. As bloggers and vloggers, our job is not to necessarily be fair and to people say, well, you need to consider the other side. No, we really don't. We're simply presenting commentary, and we're presenting our perspective. A vlog, for example, is someone's perspective. And you know what? Their perspective does not need to be, well, but the other perspective says this. No. Somebody else that holds the other perspective will lay out the other perspective. You present what you want to present. And that's just kind of how this works. I mean, I guess I just don't get where these guys get off on on talking all this craziness about, well, we need to be fair, and you shouldn't say this and you shouldn't say that. No, it's my vlog. I can do that. I mean, it's just kind of like what they're doing with here in Congress. Now, but here's the question that I have. Speaking of the Philippine Congress, for them to sit there and be able to talk with authority about some girl's vlog, they must be reading it a lot. So catch this. How they actually leading the country? If they're spending their time reading their favorite blogger, finding out what their favorite blogger's saying in their communities, how are they having time to actually pass laws and in the war on drugs and do everything we're supposed to be doing? Or in Bam Aquino's example, he's gonna go play Call of Duty and Dungeons and Dragons, and what's the World of Warcraft. He's a gamer. He's really into gaming. Yeah, he's a congressman, senator now. He wants to play games like he's a 14-year-old kid. But I mean, that's that. I mean, in all reality, I mean, that's kind of what we're dealing with. It's utterly unbelievable to sit there and for a senator to think that he's going to tell a blogger how to practice Article 3, Section 4 of the Philippine Constitution, or the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. How's he going to tell them to practice their free speech and free press? This is supposed to be a senator. Let me say this again. This is supposed to be a senator, okay? That is supposed to be defender of the Constitution. Yet, they are the very ones that are trying to undermine it by questioning bloggers' ability to speak freely. There's another senator right now all bent out of shape about bloggers because the blogger called the senator a piece of beep and a few other things. So now they're all bent out of shape. And, bloggers have a history in the Philippines of ending up dead, sadly. So this is probably not that big of journalism is a deadly game in the Philippines anyways. But for Congress to stand up there and basically undermine free press and free speech and do it with a smile on their face is just mind-boggling to me. Now, I understand with this girl there may be some conflict of interest because she's so far up the rear end of the turkey, and she's also got a government job now. I understand she works for the president's communications office, so there may be a little bit of a conflict of interest. But either way you look at it, they want to sit and tell her how to run her blog. You know what? There was a guy came on my channel a couple weeks ago. I call him G.I. Joke. He came on my channel. One of the reasons I'm pissed off at him is because he came on my channel and tried to tell me how to run my channel. Same thing to happen in Senate. And basically got told the same thing as I run my channel the way I want to run it. You don't like it? Go screw yourself. And that's basically what Bam Aquino did. It's mind-boggling to me. Completely mind-boggling to think that these guys think they could do that. This is stupid. It's really, really, really stupid. And I would have probably not been as cordial as she was. The girl was somewhat nice to the guy, and basically just said, "Look, I'm not a journalist. I'm a blogger. I don't play by the same rules. There is a law that requires that journalists be fair. Okay." Bloggers don't follow under that. We don't have to get the other side, and we don't same thing. You know what? There's guys that present. I am their subject of their vlog. They're not balanced about their views on me. I mean, do you really think Crazy Eyes has a balanced view on me? That he presents the positive side of what he deems a negative side, which is whatever, I don't care. But does he also present positive side? No, he don't, and he doesn't have to because he's not a media personality. He's a vlogger. And I mean, legally, I mean, I think morally, I think he'd be obligated to at least once in a while say something positive once in a while, but hey, that's fine, whatever. Anyways, I guess that's all I really got to say about this. I'm just blown away by this. I really, really am blown away by this. Anyways, that's it, and I'm out of here. See ya.
Geologists, and also some military people went to the site immediately thereafter. They were on the site on the 3rd of October studying and collecting specimens.